Assalamualaikum girls. Today I'm going to start the topic relevant to digestive system exercise. We have studied all these systems, uh, and we were at large intestine. I have taught you all this about small intestine, about lymphatic system, villas, and now today we will move towards studying large intestine. Acha, what is I'm taking the bar down. What is large intestine basically? Um, as you can see in the function, large intestine is the site of absorption of water and defecation. Defecation का मैंने beginning में I have told you, it's the process of eliminating out waste material from the digestive system. So the major role of large intestine is to absorb water and defecate. Let me show you where is the site of large intestine. Where is the diagram of large intestine? Here I have shown you the whole digestive system. We have started from esophagus, stomach and small intestine to large intestine. अच्छा, it has अगर मैं इसमें labeling नहीं है, let me just see the another one. Transverse और वो उससे लिखा हुआ नहीं है. Yes. अच्छा, ये diagram मैंने choose की थी for showing you these esophagus is present below the trachea, but I haven't chosen this to scare you from these so much labeling, but you can see the labelings which are required, like जिस तरह से इस तरह से है कि large intestine को अगर आप note करें कि this end of large intestine is called as cecum, और मैं दोबारा आती हूँ उसके ऊपर, and this one is appendix, ये छोटा सा area tube-like thing is attached to cecum is called appendix. This one is ascending colon. सबसे पहली वाली जो colon है ना, वो ऊपर की तरफ जा रहा है, तो ये ascend का मतलब होता है ऊपर की तरफ जाना. This portion is called ascending colon. This portion is called transverse colon, as you can see here. And then the large intestines descends, नीचे की तरफ उतरना शुरू होती है, तो इसीलिए we call this part as descending colon. Okay, and then it opens into, this portion is called sigmoid colon, and then it opens into rectum, and the opening of digestive system or the opening of rectum is called anus. I repeat, this one is ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon, sigmoid colon and rectum. So colon क्यों कहते हैं? Colon आप इसका is another name of large intestine. पूरी यानी कि आप पाइप को जो है ना, you call it colon. So you can see it here clearly with less labelings. ठीक है? The large intestine. Basically, when we eat and the whole digestion takes place, digestion of stomach takes place in, digestion of protein takes place in stomach, and then complete digestion takes place in duodenum, and there is a little bit more digestion of in jejunum and ileum. Ileum may basically is absorption of nutrients is taking place, not digestion. You know it well. तो इलियम से सारी एब्जॉर्प्शन हो गई, तो अब लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन में क्या हो रहा है? The digested products have been absorbed in the bloodstream. Now the remaining mass enters into the large intestine, and remaining mass is the one where water is going to be absorbed into blood. Okay, from colon, water is going to be absorbed into blood. As water is absorbed, the solid remains of food are called feces. The leftover solid remains of food are called as feces. So science की language में we call it as feces, normal language में we call it as stools. Okay, क्या हुआ? दूध पियो. तो and I have to tell you that this large intestine has three parts. Cecum, colon, and rectum. I told cecum, colon, and rectum. Cecum is a pouch that forms T junction with small intestine. Let me tell you again. यहाँ पे पहले बताती हूँ कि ये जो है ये वाला पोर्शन इज अटैच्ड विद स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन. यहाँ पर देखिए, दिस पोर्शन इज कॉल्ड सीकम. ये स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन कहीं तो एंटर हुई है ना इनटू लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन, बिकॉज इट्स जस्ट अ कैनाल. एलिमेंट्री कैनाल इज अ कैनाल. व्हेन द स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन एंडेड, इट एंटर्ड इनटू लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन. यहाँ पर एक टी जंक्शन बन रहा है, ये देखें ऐसे करके टी जंक्शन. आई एम श्योर आप अंडरस्टैंड कर लिया, आई होप. So this cecum is forming a T junction with the small intestine, and then it extends to colon. ये सारा portion colon है, and then rectum and anus. So it has three parts: cecum, colon, rectum. Colon में there is ascending colon, transverse colon, descending colon, sigmoid colon. सही? So these are the different parts of large intestine. And I told you that feces are formed after the absorption of water. Feces mainly consists of undigested material, large numbers of bacteria, sloughed off cells of alimentary canal, bile, pigments, and water. अच्छा, undigested material तो आपने जो खाया, whatever you have eaten, and the digested food has been absorbed, जो left over है वो होगा. Bacteria, because there are so many bacteria which are residing in our canal too, alimentary canal too. They are residing in every part of our canal. तो जो die हो जाते हैं या जो extra bacteria are also going to become the part of feces. Or sloughed off cells of alimentary canal. You know the inner layer of alimentary canal is made up of epithelial tissues. आपको पता है ना, the innermost layer and the outermost layer. These layers of tissues are sloughing, are dying, और वो फिर उतरती भी है because of certain chemical action. जैसे stomach में इतना chemical action है, large intestine, small intestine में इतना है. Because of that, the cells are dying, and sloughing off का मतलब होता है shedding off cells from the alimentary canal. तो वो जो dead cells हैं, that is also part of feces. Bile pigments coming from bile juices from liver are the one. Pigments means color. These are the one which are giving color to our feces. Bile pigments, okay? Because yellowish color के जो bile liquid है वो color है, colorful है. It gives that yellowish brown or different shades of feces. Understand? And water is also going to be part of feces. It depends. बहुत ज़्यादा कम water होगा तो फिर वो constipation हो जाएगी, और बहुत ज़्यादा water हो जाएगा तो that will be like diarrhea, loose stool हो जाएगा. सही है? But the definition of the diarrhea is because of certain infection. You pass a lot of stools during a day. I mean, too much stools, तो तभी loose stools, तभी आप diarrhea कहेंगे. Otherwise, it will be called as loose stools if it is going to have water. This is how I have to teach. So after the whole process takes place, the absorption of water, the leftover or feces temporarily stays in rectum, and then after a certain reflex, the rectum opens and feces is passed out through anus. Under normal conditions, होता क्या है कि rectum is filled up with feces, so it gives a reflex. आपको एक feelings आएंगी, and that reflex is neural reflex. Obviously, muscles are giving a message to your spinal cord or certain areas, and is thus opened for defecation. This reflex is consciously inhibited in adults, but in infants it is controlled involuntarily. अच्छा, ये जो reflex है, it is under our control in bigger kids and adults. We can temporarily delay the defecation process, but children cannot. They do not have these muscles in their control, so involuntarily they poop or pee. Because of that, we make them wear diapers. But during the growing years, children also learn these to control these reflexes. And as soon as they become a bit bigger, toddler, they learn to control these reflexes. See, they become voluntary. So there is a non-functional finger-like process which I showed you in the diagram called appendix here. एक मिनट मैंने यहाँ पर आपको ये diagram में show किया non-functional finger-like projection. But I feel now that latest scientists investigation doesn't say it non-functional. Okay, तो आपकी old course है तो उसमें जो लिखा है वही पढ़ा रहे, but it is not a non-functional finger-like process anymore. This appendix arises from the blind end of cecum. And if some inflammation of appendix happens because of certain infection, certain problems, it causes severe pain, and the doctor removes that portion of finger-like portion surgically. Otherwise, if it bursts in the stomach or in the abdominal cavity, it can spread all that germs into the whole abdomen, which can be fatal. यानी इन्फेक्शन हुई है और फट जाती है तो पूरे abdominal area में, पूरे पेट में जरासीम फैल जाएंगे, which is fatal. So this is all about large intestine. Okay, hope you understood it. Now I'm going to move towards the role of liver. Okay. It is the largest gland in our body. It is multi-lobed and dark reddish in appearance. Dark reddish area, it lies beneath the diaphragm on the right side of the abdomen. Beneath the diaphragm, I have shown you diaphragm. The diaphragm के नीचे है, but on the right side of abdomen, while stomach was on the left side of abdomen. यानी अगर आप अपने पेट को देखें, तो liver is on your right side towards ventral side. What is ventral side? जिस साइड पे हमारा पेट है वो हमारी वेंट्रल साइड है, और जिस साइड पे हमारे we have our vertebral column, our backbone, which we can feel, is called dorsal side of human. तो वेंट्रल साइड पे अगर देखो तो राइट साइड पे हमारा जो है वो लिवर है, और लेफ्ट साइड पे टुवर्ड्स स्टमक है. In an adult human, it weighs about 1.5 kg and it is the size of a football. ठीक है, इतना बड़ा है कि फुटबॉल की तरह से लगता है और 1.5 किलो है. And there is another pear-shaped greenish yellow sac, which is called as gallbladder, that lies along the right lobe of liver on the ventral side. तो ये liver के साथ ही है, riding closer to the right lobe of liver, but towards ventral side, पेट की तरफ. Let me show you the diagram. There are many lobes of liver. Left lobe of liver, this one, and this one is right lobe of liver. ये है gallbladder, greenish yellow sac towards ventral side, and this gallbladder is secreting bile, is storing bile secretions coming from liver, and it releases these bile juice through this bile duct into the duodenum. See, यहाँ पे मैंने आपको इस पिक्चर में बहुत सारी आपको ये बुक की तरह से स्टमक और पैंक्रियास की लोकेशन दिखानी है, और स्प्लीन की. स्टमक के नीचे स्प्लीन है, and then there is pancreas, leaf-like. So यहाँ से there are so many hepatic ducts are coming, which will enter. ये तो आपकी arteries and veins है ना. उसके अलावा green color के देखिए सारी, these are going to collect bile from liver and storing it here in gallbladder. And gallbladder is opening into bile duct. This bile duct joins with pancreatic duct, which is going to release pancreatic juice, and then common bile duct opens into duodenum, where we get all these secretions of liver and pancreas. I have told it to you earlier, but I haven't shown you the left lobe of liver, right lobe of liver, and the location of gallbladder. Here I was just trying to show you the hepatic veins and the veins and the aorta, the vena cava as well, which I told you earlier, that how this hepatic portal vein is coming from small intestine into the liver, and then hepatic vein is collecting this blood. from here to vena cava, lower vena cava. So yeah, so I have told you about these veins. Look at the green vessels. All these green vessels along with red and blue is collecting bile from the whole liver cells, storing into the gallbladder. So liver secretes bile which is stored in gallbladder. When gallbladder contracts, bile is released into duodenum through common bile duct. Now what is bile? Bile is a liquid which contains no enzymes and it has salts. These bile salts are involved in emulsification of lipids. And I told you earlier what is emulsification, the process of breaking down big drops of fats into small droplets of fats. Ouch. छोटे छोटे droplets fats की हो जाएंगी, ठीक है, because of these bile salts, and these salts are helping the enzymes later on, not here in liver. You know that bile is released in duodenum. सारी secretion released to duodenum में हो रही है ना. So this emulsification process will take place in duodenum. So this emulsification process will help other enzymes to act on small particles of lipid. Big particles, big globules of lipid पे नहीं act करेगा. Now the enzymes will act on smaller lipid particles, which will help in the digestion process, which will help the enzymes. So after these roles of liver, there are so many other roles which are played by liver. Liver performs so many functions that it becomes difficult to understand somehow. I mean, जब पढ़ रहे थे जिन दिनों में, तो आप कह रहे सोच रहे थे कि यार लिवर के तो बहुत सारे काम हैं, क्या क्या याद करें. So the first and foremost other role is deamination. It is a process of removing amino group from amino acids. This NH2 is called amino group. So removing the amino group from amino acid. This is not amino acid, this is urea. But I'm just telling you NH2 is amino group. So amino acid में NH2 group बहुत जगहों पर है. So removing that amino group is called as deamination. Second role ये है कि it converts ammonia NH3 into a less toxic form urea. See, NH3 है. It converts into NH2 or C double bond O का carboxylic carboxylic acid. Now C double bond O का carbonyl group add किया हुआ है and amino group is added on both sides, so it becomes urea. अब आप कहेंगे कि मैम ये क्या बात हुई, दोनों ही waste material है in our body. Ammonia is a waste material and urea is also waste material. But what I'm trying to tell you here, ammonia is very toxic gas. और अल्लाह ना करे कभी आपने देखा हो हेपेटाइटिस बी और सी के पेशेंट में, अगर वो their liver stops working or when they are in severe stage, तो they become faint और वो या इतने पूरी तरह से बेहोश भी नहीं होते, but वो आंखें घुमा रहे होते हैं जोर जोर की. This is because of this ammonia gas. Ammonia is a toxic gas and it makes you fall asleep. यानी आप बेहोशी टाइप वाली स्लीप में चले जाते हैं because of this toxic gas. This is not good for us. So our body and our liver converts ammonia into urea, the less toxic form. ये इतना टॉक्सिक नहीं है, बट हमारी बॉडी इसको आराम से एलिमिनेट कर लेती है. Our kidneys do that function. अच्छा, another role is of liver is it destroys the old red blood cells. पुराने जिनकी डेट गुजर गई है. I mean to say their life is 120 days. After that, who breaks them apart? It's liver. Next role is manufactures blood clotting protein called fibrinogen. Fibrinogen is one of the protein involved in wound healing. Fibrous protein है, fiber like as the name shows. This protein helps the blood in clotting. अब आप कहेंगे कि हमें तो blood की clotting नहीं चाहिए, but during healing of wound, clotting blood की चाहिए. जब जख्म हो गया, कट पड़ गया, blood starts to leak from that wound, and it doesn't stop until and unless platelets comes and make a clot, and then these kind of proteins come and complete that clot. It makes it more thick to stop the bleeding, and later on other things will come to seal the wound or heal the wound. ठीक है, तो fibrinogen is also involved in healing of wounds. Next role is liver converts glucose into glycogen, or when required it breaks the polymer glycogen into glucose. I must tell you, glucose is a monomer and glycogen is a polymer. और अगर हम carbohydrates का knowledge याद रखें, तो the monomer of carbohydrate is called as monosaccharide, or the polymer is called as polysaccharide. So the glucose is a monosaccharide converted into polysaccharide glycogen. यानी जब आप एक्स्ट्रा ग्लूकोज हो आपकी बॉडी में तो लिवर कन्वर्ट्स इट इनटू ग्लाइकोजन. लेकिन जब आपको भूख लगी हुई है और आपने खाना नहीं खाया हुआ बट आपको एनर्जी चाहिए, तो आवर लिवर ब्रेक्स दिस ग्लाइकोजन इनटू ग्लूकोज और ब्लड में रिलीज कर देते हैं, एंड देन ब्लड टेक्स इट टू द रिक्वायर्ड टिश्यूज फॉर respiration, to get energy for work, to do certain chores. This is done by certain hormones, insulin and glucagon. तो अभी वो आपको क्लियर नहीं होगा, ये हम 10th क्लास में we will discuss these hormones, insulin and glucagon, which are involved in conversion of, which help the liver to convert it into glycogen or break the glycogen into glucose. ठीक है, it is done by certain hormones. Then liver converts the extra carbohydrates and proteins into fats. ये नहीं कि सारी कार्बोहाइड्रेट और प्रोटीन कन्वर्ट हो रही हैं, जितनी भी आप एक्स्ट्रा खा रहे हैं, अगर आप देखें कार्बोहाइड्रेट भी ओवर ईट करेंगे और प्रोटीन भी, it will convert into fats and produces cholesterol, which is not good for us. तो आप ये याद रखिएगा कि extra carbs and protein also converts into fats by certain cycles done by or controlled by liver. Okay, liver also produces heat to maintain body temperature. We have studied, or we will study it in 7th chapter. तो हमारी बॉडी को एक कांस्टेंट हीट चाहिए होती है to maintain our body temperature at 37 centigrade, and this heat is supplied by liver. Okay, eighth role is that it stores fat soluble vitamins, vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E and K, and mineral ions such as iron. So liver stores these fat soluble vitamins, but water soluble vitamins हमने पढ़े थे, vitamin B and vitamin C, they can get out of our body. They are not stored in our body, so we have to take them daily from our diet, vitamin B and vitamin B12 and all the B vitamins and C. Okay, so this is all about the role of liver. Then there comes an interesting box, a box regarding which says that what are the harmful effects of carbonated soft drinks. जो हमारा कोला, पेप्सी वगैरह, जितनी भी 7 Up वगैरह, these drinks have basically strong acids. These phosphoric acid is there. These acids have the tendency to remove calcium from bones into blood or releasing it out of our body. Bones से ले रहा है calcium, ये जो acid है. Or this acid is increasing, phosphoric acid is increasing the acidity of stomach. It is also taking the calcium out of the bones, and this acid is not good for our health. And these drinks have caffeine. You know, they have too much excess of caffeine, which makes you active, and this caffeine has the effect of increasing blood pressure and increasing heart rate. So I must tell you, when you take, this happens when you take coffee or these drinks regularly. When you're going to take it like on daily basis or on twice a day or once a day, but it causing you weak, and slowly and gradually you will go towards a stage where your bones will start itching. Allah na kare. But this is what is happening, and this strong acid is wiping out the calcium from your body, which is not a good thing. Your bones will become weak, and you will soon be suffering from osteoporosis. Allah na kare. Now, it's almost 26 minutes. Shall we move toward disorders of gut? I think I'm winding up the lecture here because exercise bhi rehti hai of this chapter. So I'm just saying Allah Hafiz to upload the lecture.